Welcome back to Streamline Investigations, people. It's Marvin speaking. This is from the Daily Mail, and it's an update by Carly Smith in London, who has absolutely been brilliant on this case. I'm just going to read some paragraphs, people, of this the Daily Mail, and it goes on to say they had meticulously scoured 95 square kilometres of harsh outback terrain for missing South Australian 4-year-old Gus Lamont since Tuesday morning and abandoned the search at noon on Friday, no closer to recovering the little boy. More than 100 members of South Australian Police, the Defence Force and the SES were devastated that Gus was vanished from his grandparents' remote sheep farm south of Yunta, September the 27th. And he wasn't found, and obviously the search finished on Friday. We know that like Gus was playing in a mound of basically of dirt on the Oak Park station, and then it was grandmother Sharon Murray and his mother Jessica and grandparents Josie were tending to their sheep. But it said, I thought it was originally Josie that was basically in the house, but it was Shannon Murray. So I must, my fault. I must have got it mixed up. It was Shannon Murray that was actually the other grandparent in the house that was looking after the 1-year-old, Gus's younger brother, and Gus was outside playing on some mound. And then it goes on to say, retired Victoria Police Detective Charlie Presenter sent his condolences to the family, and obviously Joshua Lamont, the father. He conceded that he were all many questions over Gus's case, and heartbreakingly, they may never get any answers. Really? Daily Mail has spent many days at Oak Park and spoken to members of the Murray and Lamont families, and well as close associates through South Australia. Gus's grandmother Shannon was the last person to see Gus playing in the sand at 5 p.m. It understood Mrs. Murray was inside the home, looking after Gus's 1-year-old son Ronnie, whose mother Jessica Murray shares with her partner Joshua Lamont. Jessica lives at the property, but Joshua does not. And don't forget that it's Josie and basically Shannon who'd fostered Gus as well. For what reason is not known yet. In what reason? I mean, I was listening to someone who said that it could be drug abuse. Who knows? At the end of the day, that was just a theory. It has been reported that Jessica was with her father, Josie Murray, a transgender woman who transitioned many years ago, looking for lost sheep about 10 km from the homestead at the time Gus disappeared. Well, that didn't come out the first time. This is where the news changes a lot. They were said to be attending to the sheep, so possibly feeding them 10 km away, which is quite weird. And now we've got an article which is telling us something different over 3 weeks later. So why wouldn't you remember the first time you were looking for lost sheep? That doesn't make sense. A close friend of Shannon and Josie this week told the Daily Mail exclusively of suspicion that Gus may have simply wandered off to look for his mum. More excuses coming in. Shannon grew up out there, and she almost got lost a few years ago. Her and Josie were out on motorbikes sorting out the sheep one afternoon, and they got separated a while back. She had to turn off her bike to listen out for Josie to find her way back. Indeed, Shannon inherited the sprawling ranch from her parents, World War II POF Vincent Pfeiffer and his wife Claire. The friend gave new insight to Gus, whose face has been plastered across the news bulletin. And don't forget, it took 6 days to actually get his. Going to move on to part 2, people. Search for the house the father is renovating. Let's get straight into this.
Vanished seemingly into thin air, police have pulled the pin on the latest outback search for Gus Lamont.
It's the ending no one wanted after what's been described as the biggest and most intensive operation of its kind. Over 11 days in total, more than 100 police, army personnel, volunteers and trackers used every resource available, covering a search area 100 times bigger than Adelaide's CBD. As the temperature rose, these men and women walked up to 25 kilometres a day, leaving no stone unturned.
But tonight, fresh hope that artificial intelligence could hold a crucial clue.
A convoy of army trucks leaves the outback station near Yunta. As the dust settles, all that's left here is another day of bitter disappointment.
We haven't got the outcome that we're looking for so far. That's really disappointing. Yep, it's sad. It's sad.
Soldiers have covered 95 square kilometres of the unforgiving land on foot. Their mission was to provide much-needed closure. In the blazing sun, they searched for 4 continuous days without unearthing a single clue.
First and foremost, our thoughts are with Gus and his family. We would love to have resolution to this matter, but not any more than the family would themselves.
But not all hope is lost. A police drone has captured vision of large areas of this landscape. Artificial intelligence will be used to detect anything blue, the colour of the Minions t-shirt Gus was wearing. Tomorrow will be 3 weeks since anyone has seen Gus. Search teams are devastated to be leaving here without having found him. They're just as baffled as anyone else.
God knows, mate. Yeah, it's a bit of a mystery, eh?
It's somewhere out here on his family's sheep station that police say August Gus Lamont died alone. The thoughts of the country are with him now.
And Lauren Rose joins us live from Yunta. Lauren, where to from here?
Rosanna, the results of that drone analysis will determine whether police have reason to return. If they don't, it doesn't mean the investigation is closed. A task force has been created to keep it active. There has been so much speculation around this case, but today police on the ground have made it really clear they believe Gus simply walked off. His family is receiving support as they navigate what's becoming a very new normal, living each day not knowing where their 4-year-old is.
That was it, people. That was by Search the House the father is renovating. And ADF Gill says 2 days before he was reported missing, his father started renovating this house. Go search it. The thing I've got is that wasn't he renovating it over a long period of time when he could afford to do it? That is the sort of story I got, to be honest with you. It is bizarre that he was only told by the police and not the family that he was missing in the early hours of the morning. So we're probably talking earlier, just say it was between 1 and 2. You're talking 6 and 7 hours after the boy had gone missing, and they called the police at 9:30, and it was the police who got hold of him in the early hours of the morning. So it could have been anything between the police attended the property at 9:30. So they could have rang him maybe 4 or 5 hours later to actually get in contact with Joshua to say his son's missing. Good, massive possibility that they should search the father's property as well. And let us just see what happens. Obviously, this drone analysis, see what that picks up as well. Artificial intelligence, that's interesting stuff. But like I said, there's still a lot of questions. Still a lot of questions at the end of the day. And I don't know. I just don't know what to think. This case is really, really bizarre. Let me know what you think, people. And don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment. Thank you. Streamline Investigations. Streamline Investigations. Thank you very much indeed.